And there is the button. It was clicked, Stuart.
I'm not Stuart. I'm in disguise. My name is Pierre. Because why not? Pierre.
Goodness.
Yes.
Are we actually live? Is it working?
It is working. I see things.
Okay, there we go. Let's listen to it.
So, hi guys. He's listening to make sure that the audio levels are fine. But hopefully you guys are all well. Welcome back to the show.
Hello. And now you're at minus 92 and I'm at full.
Nice. As long as we sound good, it's fine.
See how that sounds.
Right. So, yeah, hi, Captain, my Commander Hope. The Commodore is feeling better. And awesome hat, Captain. The Commander is feeling better. Oh, I said Commodore. Anyway, I am the Pirate King. Almost Starvect, almost mirror Admiral Foley. He does have an eye patch as well, but it's a different eye patch.
Yeah, it's only been 1 day, so I'm not feeling any better now, because it's been 1 day.
Oh, curses.
Oh, yesterday I felt very fatigued. Today I just feel like my brain isn't in its right spot. So I kind of muddled through the editing this morning and then did other things, a bit tidying the house and such, just something else, you know? Did some testing of some new camera stuff that you guys will be super amazingly excited about. So I've got to sort of keep practicing with that to get decent. Practice does mean quality. So that will be interesting. But yes, and do you want to give a quick explanation as to why we're doing this live today?
Oh, yes, because I'm a party pooper and I won't be here tomorrow. I got other things to do. I have a life and all that jazz. So I go visit my dad tomorrow and then get back in time just to go to my meeting that I have on, well, it's once a month. It's,
Yeah.
It's usually the second Wednesday of every month. So that's what I'll be going to. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, you know, we don't like doing clickbait. We only do content if we actually believe in it. That's always been a thing for us. And this was certainly less to talk about episode. They're kind of varying quite drastically. We always have a prediction that will be play to talk about. But, you know, we have enough content. We have a video coming out tomorrow, do not worry. But yeah, hopefully next week has some more stuff, because, you know, we are the ships and tech and uniform and channel. But if you give us none of these things, then we'll just talk about the normal stuff. But we enjoyed talking about the stuff, and you guys obviously tune in and talk about it with us. But we had a good chat yesterday. It was a fun one, and I hope we have a good, or at least an interesting discussion today about the next episode.
Yes.
Well, I share.
We're going to have less to talk about after the next episode, I think, as well. But anyway.
We're trying. We're trying. Oh, yeah, I'll share.
We're very trying. Anyway, guys, welcome back. As you guys know, it is time for our live prediction. So, if you guys want to help us out, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Send a super chat if you're able. Get your comment read, your question answered, all that jazz. And... hopefully, you can interact with us. Plus, there's other ways as well. You can join the channel. There's a join button down there beside the subscribe button, which is also available on your mobile device. Just click the super chat thing. It's the last option. There's a join option. So you can join the rank of Commander, Captain, or Admiral and outrank us, or, to be the same rank as us, or outrank Samuel, or become the same rank as Samuel right off the hop. Kind of annoys him, so... maybe do that. Anyway, so that's another way to help out. Plus, all the links down below. There's links to Eagle Moss. If you use the link down below that's provided, you can get you save yourself 15% off your orders at Eagle Moss using the discount code Trekyards. But you have to use the link down below. You can also help us out on Patreon. Lots of great ways to help us out. There's even PayPal. If you do send us a PayPal, make sure you tell us that you sent us a PayPal, and we will check the PayPal and read your comment or question from there. So anyway. Yeah, that's just it, pretty much. And I'm fine. Thanks for asking. I got a Red Ryder BB gun, and I shot my eye out. That's what the situation is. I'm not trying to look like PICARD in the least. I know I got a different hat. I don't have a beret, so you can't say that I'm copying him. But I am going undercover. So, so yeah. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, and you want to be part of the conversation, by all means, super chat is a great way to do so, and we look forward to being able to read out your comment or question on air and talk about it for however long. We do love the interaction with you guys, and it's fun to do prediction videos because then you can go back later and go, wow, we got that totally wrong, or hey, we called that first. So make sure you do that. Everybody loves the eye patch. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. So yeah, looking forward to this one. It's probably not going to be super long because there's not a lot in the next week on that we can really talk about, except the obvious. So,
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Oh dear. I know. What a weird thumbnail to make.
I can imagine
for this one. It's
It's funny because I looked at it, and the shot of Rios and Rafi there looks like a behind the scenes production snapshot. The lighting is shit. I realize they're in the study in the chateau, but it just looks like a behind the scenes photo. So
yeah, it also looks like from a 1990s pretend to be the 1960s like commercial shoot for a beer. That's really quirky. You know what I mean? And Jean-Luc is doing his one-man stage show, the Pirates of France. We'll rule the high seas together. Yes. No, I mean, well, let's go back for a second then. So we watched the last episode, which was obviously the story about getting Elron. No, that's Hubbard. What's his name?
Elnor.
Well, I was in the same ballpark. Elnor. And then
I called him Elron too during my first live reaction.
Yeah. And then we get to the end of it, and we're interested because this is the start of this is the start of the journey. We're finally on the way to Free Cloud, and this next time on happens. I will scroll through the pictures while you say. But what was your first reaction? Because it's a very unique one. I think is very fair to say.
Well, it looks like a fun-ish episode. There's going to be some funny moments. It's more of a lighthearted one, I think. It's probably going to be the only lighthearted one, considering that the whole show is an overarching story. A lot of people have said, oh, it's going to be a musical or something. It's like, no. This isn't the kind of show that's going to be doing a musical. It's not like Xena or, something like that,
Buffy,
where they can throw one.
Yeah, because Buffy's a musical style.
Yeah. Throw one in just for the hell of it. They don't have enough episodes to do that. So this is very much... They're going down to a casino planet. They needed disguises, which stick out like sore thumbs, but down there they wouldn't, obviously, because we see somebody with wings. I mean, I was like, okay, well, this is going to be a total write-off episode. We're going to have nothing to talk about. We might get a little bit of a backstory with 7 and 9 and him, but, overall, it's just going to be... Actually, it's probably very deceptive based on the next week on. I think there's going to be very little of this silliness. But it definitely feels like it's going to be fuel for the haters, fuel for the clickbait channels that already hate the show.
PICARD is doomed!
I see them ranting and raving about this. Yeah. So that's what I thought. It's just like, oh God, here's fuel for all those channels out there.
But does that tell you anything about how you might feel about it? Because that's interesting that you'll think about other people specifically, but.
Well, like I said, I think I might enjoy it if it's handled properly and doesn't take itself too seriously in certain parts, which I'm afraid it might, because it is so dark and gritty, Star Trek, the new thing. But I'm interested to see how it goes, for sure. I think I will rather enjoy it, but we'll have to see.
It reminds me... Now you've said all that, specifically because you've said all that, it reminds me a little bit of the Deep Space Nine episode where they heist inside a holodeck.
That's exactly what I thought when I saw this.
Which I hadn't made a specific connection to, but all your words there, because that didn't take itself seriously, but it had that wonderful level of the characters took it seriously. We all got to enjoy the ridiculousness, and it was also a well-crafted piece. So you put all those things together, it was actually a really fun episode to watch. Like, what was the setup for that? Why did they have to heist? Oh,
because Vic's program was running so long that they needed to complete that aspect so that the program could continue running perfectly. It's something silly like that.
Yeah, the program told him he was done, and so they had to heist the guy that bought out his fake casino so they could own his fake casino so he could be the hologram on the station.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What a weird plot. But I mean, and for a serialized big season arc sort of show, what a ballsy thing to do, and what a successful thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, we got 2 super chats. Let's get to those real quick. SWTX Chaser puts in $2. Wait, this isn't the commercial for Picard wine? Welcome to France. Here in the hills, the rolling hills of France, we have Picard winery. I mean, it could be. Joseph Petrick puts in £2 or €2. Sorry. The more Fandom Menace hates it, the more I love it. Well, they're gonna rail on this one. You're gonna see people ripping their hair out, going, "Oh my God, look what they did to Picard!" And yeah, they're gonna be all over this.
I just take each episode as it comes. You know, you shouldn't be actively trying to hate it or actively not. I mean, it should stand on its own merit. You know,
Yep.
We're just people, and I think that if a thing is truly not good, then the people will get less good returns on it. They will get the message and they'll change because that's not what people want. You know, it happened for Discovery Season 2, and it happened a little bit to that. I mean, look at the Star Wars. I mean, because of The Last Jedi, they cancelled every other film. All the spin-offs, all the sub-films, all got cancelled, except that obviously the people said their wallet and everything got cancelled and they completely went back to the drawing board. There you go. You know, don't have Fandom Menace anything. So my first reaction to watching this was bewilderment that this is in this show.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me that it's a Frakes episode, but tonally, I rewatched it a few times for this, it feels so out of context, this show. It's amazing. And this is obviously a very customly created trailer. It's not the same thing as the episode. But if the tone of this trailer is the episode, then they're just doing whatever the hell they want. I mean, they're not trying to create a consistent feel. And again, we're watching Babylon 5 right now, and my God, the quality of that show, the writing is superb, and Picard is not anywhere close to that. And tonally, I even watched the Ready Room scene, the scene, the teaser scene, and it's played for laughs scene, and it's silly. It's just funny, but not like funny. It's like it's like lame funny. It's trying to be funny, it's failed miserably. But compare that to episode 1 of Picard, the somber, dark tone, and the episode 2 where he's being, his entire universe is being destroyed with Starfleet being wrong, and you cut to this. Sorry, who got fired and brought on to change the direction of the show? Like, this is not, it doesn't fit, it feels so anti what the show is meant to be. Whereas obviously we were hoping for the same show but getting better. I'm obviously hoping this takes less than 10 minutes of the episode, this daft bit. Kind of as much as the Trials and Tribulations DS9 episode, where, for about a minute they talk about the uniforms as Dax walks out and they comment on it for about a minute. And that's then moving on. That's the weird scene, that's the fun weird scene. I'm kind of crossing fingers it's just that, because it would not service this season at all to have this being entitled as silly, and it shows a misunderstanding of how to form a show structure. It's very odd, is what I was thinking from first reaction.
It kind of mirrors what I was thinking as well. I think the trailer is very misleading. They're focusing a lot on this to throw off anything else that might be in it, because they make a point.
It doesn't make me excited to watch it, though. It tries meant to excite you. It doesn't make I just want to watch it less than I wanted to watch it before the trailer. It's on the exact opposite of what it was meant to do.
Yeah, I agree with that. They do make the point of saying, "Hey, we found Maddox," or she says we found him, because Picard says we need to find Maddox, and the next line is we found him. Now it could be that they found Rios because he gets abducted or something. And just the way the trailer is cut together, it's like to mislead you. I have a feeling they're not gonna find Maddox. They might find where he was, but he's taken off or something. Is my thought. So, yeah.
Yeah, I read a thing that CBS posted. So it is how can it be a spoiler if they're posting? I don't know if you want to know what they posted. That's kind of up to you. But something to do with Maddox specifically. But it's only a day and a half away, so best to be surprised, you know.
Well, let me read some super chats. We'll
okay.
Andrew Reynolds puts in $2. Huh. Hi. So Rios' ship is a Capellan F-70P freighter.
Yeah, guess so. At least it's a freighter. I mean, that fits well. It's not like a light cruiser or a... No, it's just a... and not Starfleet anything. Although you can imagine the Eagles magazine would be very confusing to write because, like, design something that doesn't look at all like Star Trek, Starfleet, Federation, warship, battleship, cruiser, light carrier, freight, or even a freighter like we've seen before. It's like, design nothing like anything ever. Go. Okay.
Samu Ray puts in $2. Henry Cavill said fans are passionate, not toxic. There's a fine line there. You can be very passionate about something and still not complain, but criticize anything new that kind of steps out of the bounds of what you've been used to for your entire fandom, and be constructive about it. But then there's toxicity where all they focus on is the negative, you know?
Just the idea of calling it toxic to me is in itself poisoning the well. Once you start calling people toxic because you don't like them, it's like once they start coining the term fake news, anyone can say about anything. It becomes a non-statement. People have ruined it, you know. What we've said at Trekyards for years and years, 5.5 years now, is there's 3 types of posts that we like, or 3 types of posts we recognise. One, so you post a ship design, right? Say it's from Discovery. First comment, oh, I really liked that. Cool, good. Second post, wow, what a piece of bullshit. I hate that show, I want them all to die. Less good post. Third version is, don't like that at all. I think the nacelles don't make sense. The blue glows are in the wrong place, and it's missing nacelle struts with phaser strips. Okay, so that third one is the best of the 3. Neither being negative or positive, but I mean, they didn't just add an opinion, which we all have, but okay. They actually added to the conversation. They expressed it in a you know, either creatively or you know, negatively towards something, giving a reason why, giving a addition to the conversation. That's the important bit. I don't like because, I love this because. And so that line between going from, we can look at an episode and say this is bad, here is ways to fix it, here is things that did well, versus the other person who just says, I hate everything about this, what bastards behind the scenes. That is worthless, completely worthless. But the middle one, because it's also worthless to be the lover, you know, the people who walked away from the Discovery premiere before we'd all seen it, said it was the best Trek ever. It's like, well, yeah, but you can't trust those opinions either, because they just want to be too positive or whatever. They're just going to enjoy anything. You can't trust those either because they're not, you know. The middle is the important thing. The I like it because I don't like it because here's a reason, here's a thought. That's what we try and encourage. And it's toxic word, I think it's a dumb word, but you can be negative and positive, but give a reason and don't be mean about it. That going too mean is never justified. Why would it be? Ever.
Well, we like generating that conversation, and if you're going to make a point that you don't like something, it's worth pointing out why you don't like it, why you think it should be different, and then listening to the people that comment on it to take in their point of view and be willing to change your mind should you need to. You know?
Well, yeah, it's like you know, we've had discussions with people in the chat, in the YouTube comments, which are never a good thing, but, you know, can be sometimes a nice thing. And someone said, oh, I love this episode. I said, well, why? And he gave some reasons. He was like, oh, okay, I can see that, and I disagree with that. And I said that. And he was like, okay, cool. There we go. That's the conversation you should be having, you know?
Absolutely.
It boggles my mind just for the sake of negative. Boggles my mind.
Yeah. Super Coops puts in £10.
Oh, thank you.
I'm enjoying Picard so far. Sometimes Picard's dialogue seems forced and have a couple of tech issues. Being beamed while walking, warp isn't warp, and a few other small things, but it otherwise is good. Yeah, I mean, I'm overall enjoying it. There's just a few things that kind of annoy me, like seeing Discovery shuttles everywhere, stuff like that. We try to point that stuff out. But overall, I'm really enjoying the show so far.
There's lots of times it reeks of TNG. We've run out of money this week. We have to reuse anything that's in the bank, even though that's not at all the case. You know, it has weird things that were done for necessity. They're doing for choice. / they blew the budget too much. You know, there's a few weird choices, and I think the show overall is good, but it could and should have been better. You know, The Mandalorian's a great example. That one is better than we all thought it was going to be. It used its pieces in a much stronger way than it had any right to, you know? Except its overarching story, which kind of, I think, fell flat a bit, but this one isn't quite using its pieces as well yet. But I think that's a framing structure problem of episode lengths and how you're addressing the episode, you know. We'll see.
And guys, we have 200 people here. Make sure you hit that like button.
Yes.
If we get the likes up to 200, I might regain my eyesight, because, you know, clicking like for support to get my eyesight back would be good. Sam U. Ray puts in $2.
Again, thank you.
Kiva Goldman put nips on the bat suit, for God's sake.
Yes.
The bat nipples.
I mean, he has nothing good to his name in terms of content, so yeah. But some people can luck their way into jobs. Some people can, you know, have friends that have money. Yeah, written Batman and Robin, written Lost in Space movie, quite a good movie. You know, I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, not a talented man, not a good quality person.
But a cool name, Akiva.
Oh yeah,
Gold.
that's a character name. That's a good villain. Akiva is here.
Yeah.
Kilish and Akiva.
Akiva the Destroyer.
Yes, there you
Actually,
go.
he is the destroyer of franchises.
Well, that's Kurtzman.
Well, no, I'm talking about Batman. He kind of killed that. But anyway.
I enjoyed Batman and Robin personally, because I see it as the comedy it's meant to be, clearly.
Yeah. No, I enjoy a lot of that movie. Yeah.
Because when you realise it's not meant to be a serious film, it's meant to be a comedic non-film, then so many
It's supposed to be a comic book brought to the screen.
But also he knew he was making garbage, so he made it fun.
Yeah.
There's only a few scenes that bug me. One of which is when they're roller skating off of a cliff, off a thing.
Statue.
No, the non-finished road. But there's some massive editing problems where they're showing clips that don't, like, the sets don't at all correspond with what, like, between the long shot, the medium shot, the close up. They're completely disjointed. So for me, that's like, that's just a pure production problem. But having Arnie say puns is like, I mean, that's funny, great. Give me schlock. You know, it knows what it's trying to be, even though it might not have been intentional. It knew what it was trying to be in the edit. Or somebody made that film into what it is today, and it's a fun film to watch.
Yeah. Eugene, though, 500 rubles. Thank you very much, Eugene. No idea what this episode will be generally, but I guess they will find Maddox. He will have his make Daystrom great again moment, and then he will escape. I don't think they're going to necessarily find him. They're going to find out where he has been hiding, but I think he's got wind of people looking for him and has left. So we're going to get that. Hey, we found him. Oh, no, we didn't. Now we can track him. He's heading towards the Borg archive or the artifact, whatever the hell it's called. So, you know, that's kind of where I think this one's going to go.
I get the feeling they're going to find him. He's going to be dead, killed, or die in the episode. They're going to end the line with him in this episode, and that's going to force a sudden shift in priority. Because it's really odd, structurally, to... Well, the whole season's structurally weird anyway, but to say, we need to find Bruce Maddox. He disappeared 15 years ago. We found him. Oh, okay. Like, there was no challenge in finding him. I understand they're good people at finding him, but you would think that the Starfleet, who has banned synthetics, might try once to locate the guy that was in charge of building synthetics, just to keep an eye on him. Maybe they have, and they keep an eye on him, but it feels quite disingenuous that he's that easy to find. So either he's already dead, or he's a prisoner, or there's something else there, but he is not important to the overall story. His work might be, But that's the impression I get, that he's a callback to the old school, the old show, which makes sense. But he's not actually important to the storyline as a whole. Because you could have an entire season like with Sung, lead up to now. Oh my god, we found the hermit. We found him. He's been leading us breadcrumbs. We found him, and he can tell us the secret. Or they kill him, and only Soji knows where all of the tech is because he died before the information was. I think it's gonna be that sort of anticlimacticness. We have to get another thing from Picard to do because this was the obvious only thing for him to do. This is one lead. Well, you just ask them,
Yeah, I think the silliness of the episode is going to be like the first little bit of the episode is going to be a flashback, I think, to 7 of 9 and Picard maybe earlier on, and then we're going to get into arriving at Free Cloud, getting spammed with all the adverts, realizing what the place really is like, getting your costumes on, acting silly, and then it's about halfway mark. It's going to get serious, where we're going to have that firefight with 7 of 9, saving their asses for some reason. It's going to be, the first half's going to be silly. The second half's going to be more, grounded, I think. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this one. And I don't think they're going to find Maddox this episode. I would love if they did. I absolutely would love that if they did, but I don't think they're going to. It's just the feeling I get, so.
And Joshua Clark is here. He says, hello from Oklahoma. Hello, Joshua. Hello.
Hello, Joshua Clark.
And JB Brisboy says he just jumped in and I was not expecting to see you look like that. So I think you get credit for looking like that. You wonderfully odd man.
Oh, thanks. That's such a compliment. It's the best compliment I've had all day.
I'm saying the wonderfully odd man thing. He was happy to see you like that.
I know, but I knew that was coming from you. So, wow. Joshua Clark, $2. Captain Foley, what is a pirate's favorite letter? R. That's easy. I'm not a pirate. I'm an undercover French spy.
I'm an ex-retired French admiral. But Stuart, likes them.
Yes.
Should people like the show? Because we're under 100 likes, but over 230 people watching. That to me, does not sound right. I'll be honest. Is there a glitch in the Free Cloud Matrix?
Yes. I put all this on for nothing. I thought you guys were going to be like, "Whoa, that's awesome! Look at him," and click the like button. But no, sadly. So like I said, if I get to 200 likes, it'll cure my shooting my eye out with a Red Ryder BB gun, and I can read my screen with just one eye because I'm not used to it. And yeah, my right eye is my weakest eye.
Many likes. Hit likes. No, I absolutely agree. I think that this and we'll go into the shots in a minute. We're still doing the overall things, and which is the great time you guys put your general points in. I think the trailer. Some important things are going to happen finally. And therefore they're showing us basically one scene, in essence one scene. With
they don't want to tip their hand.
Exactly, yeah. It's like the trailers only show us the first 2-3 episodes max, and then everything else is a surprise. So yeah, I think the flashback, I think it's not going to be 7 and Picard. I think it's going to be 7, maybe 7 with Star. Maybe because you could probably have 7 in uniform with O or with the Admiral, and they could probably look the same 15 years earlier. That probably be functionally fine. So they'll and we'll see her difference with Starfleet. Maybe we'll get a cameo of someone else from Voyager. I doubt it, but obviously we will hope. We'll get like I say, younger 7 of 9 something. We'll see her journey because she's one of the most important characters in Voyager, and she won the fans and proved that the sex appeal you bring, if you act well. And act well enough, they're going to give you scenes, and
make a good character,
and you bloody well act the hell out of those scenes. They give you basically third best role on the show in terms of primary standing, easily. Then the first flashback should be giving her what her life has been the last 20 years, that backstory.
And everybody's saying, like, ripping me a new one, saying that yes, Picard's British. I understand he's British, but he's wearing a French beret.
Well, no.
So that's
Patrick's
why I
British. Picard is French.
The British accent, exactly.
Well,
but yeah, just because I said French,
yeah,
a French spy, people are being all uppity.
But he is French. He is French.
Anyway.
So yeah, and it's funny. There's a lady on a gaming channel that I watch who was born in France, who now has an American accent, because she lived there for 10 years and lived there for another 10 years and she lost the accent. So I mean, she's actually French. Like, she speaks fluent French. Anyways, yeah, I think it'll absolutely be only a small amount of the episode. I think it'll go dark, and I hope the 7 stuff will start off with that, and then it'll go from flashback instantly at Free Cloud orbit. Have that whole comedy scene with the holograms, la la la. They work out where Maddox probably is going to be. We have to dress up. Everyone doesn't like it. And then they get beamed right down. Like, it'll be that, or they chip down. It'll be that quick.
Do you think the 7 cradling that dead body is going to be in this episode, and that's what makes her go crazy and start shooting the place up?
No, I know. I think she says it's an ambush. I think it's just her wanting to kill people.
Gotcha.
At just the general rage of wow. I mean, one gun's on stun, one gun's on kill. But yeah, although I would love to see. I'm excited to see the moment where she beams down with 2 full rifles. It's like, that's not a subtle thing to do. So I'm assuming she's on the ship, like, recovering. And at one point she, like, wakes up, walks out. The EMH is like, well, hey, EMH is like, as not our doctor but their doctor is like, are you an EMH? Oh yes, hello. Where have they gone? I'm not meant to tell you. And she like, computer, she like reprograms them on the fly because she's cool like that. And then she learns where they are. She beams in, double rifles. Is like, right, tell me what's happening. And like, I think she'll storm in. She knows where she is. And it's not a good place, sort of thing.
Well, I think yeah, maybe. I think something's going to happen to Rios and or Picard, and she's going to have to go in and save the day, kind of thing.
That'd be cool. Well, that's a very hero moment, wouldn't it? Well, they're very like Elnor last week, in a sense.
Ian Warrender, though, puts in £10. Thank you, Ian.
Wow, thank you.
Money for likes, because, yeah, that's what we do. I love the Bird of Prey. I really hope we get a new Federation ship by the end of this season. As do I.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking to the audience there.
And Terrence Johnson says, stop trying to turn this show into TNG 2. You'll not see 7 uniform because she was never a part of Starfleet. I'm not trying to turn to TNG 2, I'm trying to make logical leaps. And she was in uniform when she was in the past, pretending to be Starfleet. So she has been in uniform. It's a contextual thing if it's important. And you would think when she came back, she'd be given an honorary, role, honorary something. She'd want to be in Starfleet, given whatever. And then we'll get rid away from her. Like, you wouldn't assume she'd be civilian after the 7 years. You'd assume she'd do stuff. So they would give her I mean, she's obviously earned her role. They'll probably give an acting, they gave Wesley bloody acting ensign with no, just on pure ability. They'll give her an honorary lieutenantship. And then say,
well,
hey,
speaking of honorary lieutenantship, Lizzie Smith just joined the channel. She is now the rank of commander, so thank you very much, Lizzie.
Hey.
Welcome to the ranks of Trekyards.
I have not seen you in a little while. Welcome, thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in here. There was perfect timing with you talking about ranks, and she just came up as the latest joiner of the channel.
Same as me, but at least you don't rank me, Lizzie, because that would be silly.
Yes.
But great.
But
yeah, I mean, what do you think about my comment about the uniform and obviously part of Starfleet and stuff? I mean, this is not me wanting it to be. This is me just logical step to step to step.
I don't think we're gonna see her as Starfleet ever, even in flashbacks. I don't think it's gonna be a thing. But I've been wrong before. It's been known to happen once or twice. Like when I fired that Red Ryder BB gun at the wall. It bounced back and took my eye out.
And now it looks like the Borg drone in one of the other episodes. It's like the BB is sticking out like a little thing, and the whole thing's just red, raw, goopy. Yeah.
You don't want to see what this looks like under here, guys. Trust me. But you get to 200 likes, and I'll take this thing off. So we're not going to get to 200 likes, though. I can promise you.
I
Given
mean,
there's 236 of you here.
I don't know. Should we even do that? I don't know if I can even support this. I don't know if I can. You know, I mean, I can support 250, but I mean, I don't know if I can support 200. You know. Yeah, or a 7 flashback with Picard in the chateau. I mean, obviously these are multiple ideas. We'd much prefer that as a, you know, she came to him 10 years ago asking for his help, and that's why the first meetings in the chateau, where they say that in the interviews, they're not lying. They just mean in the flashback you don't know there's a flashback yet. That's what I'm really hoping for. That would be the most logical and cohesive, because you don't want to make them first meet here. It's like there's no logical reason you could possibly say they didn't meet in 14 years plus. Remember, in Nemesis, Voyager was already back, so he'd already met her by Nemesis, and this is like 20 years past Nemesis. So I don't think quarter of a century he never bothered to think to meet Seven of Nine, even though he's like, Seven of Nine. It's like, yeah, you would have. You know what I mean? It just sounds, when you say it like that, it sounds so silly. Sounds very nonsensical.
Yeah. Well, Troy Macy is also, we can welcome him to the rank of commander.
Hey.
So welcome to the Team Trekyards team, my friend.
Welcome.
And guys, the reason joining is good is because...
Yes, it's new.
Yeah, it's new. It helps support the channel. You get a cool badge beside your name that changes as long as you're a member. And you also get to use exclusive emojis in the live chat as well. So check out those emojis to anybody that's just joined and use them. And also, you get call-outs in videos because your name is a different color and you got the badge beside it. So it's kind of like a super chat. It's more recognizable in the chat, and it's easier to follow your comments. So you'll be read a little bit more often if you're not super chatting. So it's got multiple benefits. So,
and Lizzie has a great comment. Commander is clearly the best rank. That's why both Riker and Samuel refuse promotions.
It's true. I've tried to promote him a few times, but
I was promoted once and then depromoted. It was great. But no, guys, if you want to join the channel, it legit is actually a really cool system. All you have to do is go on the live, which you're already on, obviously you're watching right now. The super chat button on at least Android. Super chat. Oh, a super chat option, but also join option, and that is that simple. But also on for desktops as well. If you're on a TV, no. You're just enjoying us on the big screen. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do it on TV. I know on iOS, if you hit the super chat button, it doesn't come up as an option, which is unfortunate. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, if you can join, please do. Consider it at least. It is not a lot every month, and you get some exclusive stuff as well, depending on whichever rank you assume. So, plus you can outrank us, or be the same rank as your favorite host. That's why there's more commanders than captains.
I do like doing the idea of doing an Admirals only stream just for Sylvia. I think that would be funny. Oh,
she would love that, yeah. Yeah, she would love that. So the admirals, there's not many admirals, so yeah, it'd be interesting.
The 5 of you get exclusive chat. Although we could always do like a very convoluted one where we do like a Google Hangout and everyone's on the screen at the same time. It's an absolute cluster F.
And Lizzie says, need a Section 31 Trekyards badge emoji so I can show everyone. That's funny, and I'll consider adding one. The more members that get joined, the more emojis I can add. So we're already maxed out on emojis, but I've added a few new ones. When we had 5 to start with. Then there were 7. Now we're up a little bit more. So
I mean, if we keep getting a couple more people each stream, which is absolutely brilliant, then that will happen and it will expand and we'll do more cool things. It's really exciting actually for us. So thank you so much. You guys are awesome. But let's start going through the pictures. And obviously a lot of the stuff is the stuff we're talking about, but we're more specific. So first picture is the fateful meeting, potentially, of Seven and Picard. The only thing I'll comment on this, as now actually looking at them, is that he's wearing the same blue generic modern shirt as he is in the later bridge scene, so it's unlikely this is a different part of the timeline. Although, was he wearing this in the other shot of the first meeting? Don't know. What do you think?
I think it's just one of the uniform or the outfits he has. He's not. I didn't think he packed heavily for this trip. So,
well, also they can replicate whatever they want. I mean, it's not really an issue.
I know, but
I mean, in the trailer, Yeah, I'll say it's the same. I mean, it looks black in the trailer. But that's because the trailer's much lower res.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll say it's the same thing. But like I said, I still hope this is the present. Like, it'd be kind of nice if we go for a flashback of them talking in the vineyard, maybe 15 years ago or 10 years ago, and then it cuts straight to the present where she walks in and says, "God damn, Picard, I was on a mission and you brought me here. I did nothing, Seven. Yes, you did." You know, like that would be the fun to have a juxtaposition of just the very cordial, "I'm sorry, Seven, I can't help you. Damn, Picard, I need your help," to, "Damn, Picard, you needed my help." You know, fun juxtaposition.
Now, my question about that is, how do you think she knew that Picard was there to go save his ass? Was she doing something else, realized Picard was there? Did she get wind of Picard being there because she has Starfleet ties and Commander O and whatever are on the lookout for them? Because he said to Rios that, Rios asked, are you being followed? He says, actually, I'm anticipating it. So is that how she found out? Was she just doing something else and caught wind of it? I personally think she has connections that go deeper than a lot of people would suspect, and she kind of got wind of this. Heard that he went looking for a ship and he got denied, and she knew that he would go, off on his own. That's kind of the vibe that I get from it. So we'll see about that too. I don't know.
All possible. It was kind of explained in the episode though that there's an all alert bulletin for Picard's on the planet, and that signal goes out to the warlord chap who's away from the planet. And I'm assuming that the Rangers who are protecting this planet, but obviously they can't actually protect it, but they're meant to be protecting it. They obviously have a way of knowing what's happening on the planet roughly, and they're like, "Oh no, Picard, we're getting an alert." And Seven's the only person in range, and so she zooms there with her shitty little ship because it's the only thing she has. Either she goes and helps, or at least something, or doesn't. She probably even knows the warlord's on their way and knows she can about reach them, and she just happens to be the nearest person, and that's why she'll be annoyed because she was on a mission and the mission got failed because she knows she had to step in. She was the only person that could. That's
and JD Brisboe said Seven could be one of those Ferris Rangers. So she is. Yeah. Fenris Rangers. She is, or she was at one point.
Yeah. What do you think? That's my idea.
See, I don't know about that because I never got the indication that it was an all points bulletin being broadcast from the planet that Picard's there. Oh my God! I just thought it was locally it's being broadcast that Picard's there and they're picking it up because they're scanning for it. So I didn't get the sense that the Warlord was coming specifically for that. I assumed it was because it was just on his way to check one of his planets. I didn't think there was a correlation there, but now that you've said it, it kind of makes sense. But yeah, that's not the feeling I got at all. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure she'll just say, "You're in danger. I was the nearest. I came. I felt like I had to." Also, maybe they wanted to take. Maybe she thought for some reason that maybe she was tracking the warlord for weeks. And this was her chance to attack. But I maintain, as I said in our review, the scene where we reveal that it makes the character weaker, well, it sets up pretty poorly because she comes in an ill-equipped ship that, yes, does deliver a finishing blow, but in the process completely gets destroyed and would have been killed had it not been for this other ship. Which means she knows that she was in a ship that wasn't capable of actually winning a fight by itself, and the Seven we know is dead. This will not be as good a character Seven. This will be a very different character Seven, who I think has got rusty over time, who is more interested in selfish matters, who the pure science of what she was is long since gone.
The stream is gone.
Right.
I don't know when that happened. Alright, looks like it's done.